Hey guys, we're heading up to a project that I took over a few years ago, and it was handed over to me, or I was asked to take it over through a friend of a friend. I just want to talk about some of these challenges that if any of you guys out there that are builders and have taken over a job. Obviously, there's challenges, and I think one of the things that I have learned, I've taken over a couple jobs over the years, that there's never a hero that comes out of this. The clients are already tainted. They've had it's a bad experience, and I'm not saying it's always the contractor. I always look at it as it's a personality clash. And you know what, it didn't work. Or if there was some financial stuff that happened, obviously that's not going to work either. So the challenges with this one that I'm finding is, number one, it's a couple hours out of the city. So it's pretty much a day when you go up, and you have to do your work and manage the job. But you're running into the winter elements, where once the snow comes, these are private roads. They're not always plowed. So you have that working against you. You got all that to deal with, and then you end up losing months of time, work time. So it sets the job back. So I think, but with this one here, we've got a few extra challenges. Number one, the client lives a 4-hour plane ride away, and they're not here very often. This job actually started 4 years ago. I've been on it now 2. But you know what? We're almost there. We'll once we get there, we'll talk about it a bit more. So we'll see you up there. So here we are. Just watch your step when you come in. So just give you a little quick tour of this place. So this is the living room here. We've got a 2-sided fireplace that's happening. Once this is all done, you can see we got all the ductwork done. It's all sprayed, electrical's in, AV's in, plumbing's all underneath the floor. That's all done. That's been all passed and inspected. These are doors, not windows. So these will open up. And then that one will open up out to the patio for the great view out there at the lake. This is all going to be stone once we get there. That's it. They're locked. Now over here, this is going to be the kitchen. So we got a kitchen here, and then we got a little bit of a back pantry in the back here in behind, but this is all main kitchen. This will be the island here. Again, 2-sided fireplaces. We had this wood milled here that actually was taken out of the old cottage, and we just had it all stripped down, and that will be the mantle. So I have one of these here, and one of these on the other side, and then we have another fireplace down in another room that they call the Muskoka room, which is really close to the lake. So here, now we got, this is their dining area. And what's going to be very cool about this is when they do entertain, or when the outside, you want to bring the outside in. So this opens, and then this opens, and it basically opens up. Opens up this whole section. You're bringing the whole inside in, or sorry, bringing the outside in. Now you have to be in great shape to do this. There. So, I mean, that's going to be a pretty spectacular view when this thing's all said and done. So out here, again, covered in patio. Going to have a kitchen here. They're still finishing up the stonework. We have an office up top here. And then we'll go down there later. We go down to another 2 bedrooms down there. And there's another bedroom here. This is 1 bedroom here. It'll have its, got all the siding out here that will have its own little porch. This is the actual bedroom here. This is the washroom here. We got the wall-hung toilet, shower. It's going to be a standalone tub here. And then we have the vanity that goes right across the window. So obviously the thing has to be finished on both sides, and basically looks like it's going to be floating in between the 2 walls. So it's going to be pretty sweet. And over here, like I said, this is see, we just had our plumbing inspection. So that's how they do it. They pressurize everything. Make sure there's no leaks, no air leakage. This is like, again, a little pantry behind the kitchen. Over here we have a powder room. In here, another wall-hung toilet, big vanity going here. This is all the mudroom area. We'll have access to it's a fairly big crawl space. And then our mechanical room is in behind here. Since we're on the bedroom tour, so this wing over here, we had to leave this open. We had to leave this open here so that the building inspector could come and inspect everything, all the water pipes, everything else. So here, this is the principal bedroom. It's got its own laundry. Watch your step. Again, had to leave that open. This is the actual bedroom. And then a walk-in closet that's, 3 times bigger than my bedroom. This is a walk-in closet. And this is their ensuite here. So they elected to, there was going to be a freestanding tub, but they decided not to put a tub in anymore. So we got the big shower, another big vanity, toilet area, and then this is, I guess, another more cabinetry, and everything else is a makeup area. Now, this is a vacation home. This isn't their real home. Same thing, big doors here. Open up. These are windows. There we go. So they open up. for the venting. All European design. This here is like this is what they call their breezeway. They'll probably have a little bit of, be covered in from most of the elements. This will be another sitting area on the outside. This all still has to be all landscaped, so this will all have stonework coming up to here. See, the thing is, after you spend all your money building this place, you still got to spend a whole bunch of money to landscape the place. So, while we're here, so one of the big challenges we had too was trying to get these trusses down the road. And some of these trusses are 50 feet long, and we were putting them up just when the winter was starting, and there's no way we could get them down. We couldn't get them down the road. They're on a trailer. There's no way to spin the trailer around, so we had to fly them in. So we actually rented a helicopter, and we brought in all the trusses from, there's a restaurant not far from the highway, which is basically 6 minutes by air from there to here. And when the helicopter pilot told us, he said, "I'll be back in 6 minutes." He was back in 6 minutes bang on. The guy was unbelievable. And we just kept tying them up, and he was picking them up and taking them as fast as we were tying. He was faster than we were tying them up. I don't know, it's going to be hard to see, but you can see some of the trusses here, how long they are. They go from that end of the house all the way over to here. So there's no way we could have got that down the road. So here, it's going to be a couple staircases here. One set of stairs is going to go up. This will be the office up there. Then we have, when this is all done, this is obviously temporary stairs down to this level. Again, we just have to keep this open for the, so in the areas that there's no room for a crawl space, because this all had to be blasted out, all the bedrock had to be blasted out. We spray foam here, so that keeps the moisture and the cold from coming up. This way we can use it as a heated space. So we have another bedroom here. And this is a laundry room, toilet, and another shower in here. And then this is another bedroom here. So there was a little mistake, I guess, in the drawings when this was designed. They wanted this to be a wall-hung toilet. They forgot to delete the window. So now we just have there's going to be a toilet facing this way, and you got a window behind you. So they're going to have to put some kind of film on the window or something. And then down here, this is what they call the Muskoka room here. So there's another fireplace. And then basically this is going to be like an entertainment area. Here we'll have a bunch of cabinetry all through here. TV will be above the fireplace. And again, there you have the two gigantic doors that lead out to the lake. So, next time we're up here, hopefully there'll be obviously more done. Probably we're gonna insulate now. Next week we'll get all the insulation in, drywall will start, and then all the finishing carpentry will have to start. I got to get the front door here put in the next couple of weeks before the snow falls, and if we don't get 5 feet of snow this year, maybe we'll be able to work here.